just a breakdown, baby. It ain't a breakup. I know I said some things, you know I ain't mean them. You know I love you, girl. I wouldn't leave you. So when you fall apart, I'll be near you. See, it's just a breakdown, baby. It ain't a break.
So I think though that I think it's really unfair to subject ourselves to gender roles based upon outdated formulas when, number one, there was a time and place for everything. And number two, what I learned in everything, especially when it comes to partner dance, you're only leading as much as that woman will let you. Like, point blank, 3 periods, then an exclamation point. So that's an illusion. That's an illusion.
Why is it an illusion? Why do you think it's an illusion?
Because anybody who don't understand the fact that you're only leading when she allow you to, or when she want you to, then you're believing an illusion.
Majority of the time when I'm dancing, I tell the person I'm new, and they're like, "Okay, I got you." And then that's something all the men say is, feel me pull your hand. And I was like, okay. And then they would pull a little harder so I can like feel it more. And I'd be like, oh, okay, I feel you. I feel it. But it's a harder tug than what they want to tug. So that's for me, that's why. I just
Right.
practice.
Right. So it's that's what you just described is what I deem in my book as, and that's in lesson 1. Me learning, that was the first lesson I learned on the dance floor. The difference between aggressive and assertive when it comes to leading a woman. That it may seem like just because a person gets stronger, they're not getting more aggressive, right? And there's a thin line right there, right? You have some that lead aggressively versus assertively, right? And so there's weak and strong, then there's aggressive and assertive, right? And so it's not is aggressive has more to do with me dominating, but assertive has to do with my dominant nature, right? Or dominance, right? But I don't like those words because neither one of them have place when you are partners, you know? So it's like, I rather the assertive, right? That's what I learned, right? Because I'm not there to dominate or be dominant. It's just I know when to activate that, because also on the dance floor, what I learned is if I'm not assertive enough, your nature is going to kick in and you're going to take lead. You're going to take charge. I watched that happen on the dance floor, especially when you have someone that's experienced in dancing, you know? And if a man's ego kicks in on the dance floor or off the dance floor, if ego kicks in, now now I got to dominate and subdue. But where there's no ego and there's harmony, then we're dancing together. And I just need to be assertive to let you know where I'm going. But I've also been in situations on the dance floor and off the dance floor where I'm following her lead because she know more than me, and that's okay. And I think it's that mindset that has a lot of people effed up to where they all of a sudden feel like they aren't to be a man, not supposed to be learning nothing from a woman. What? All our lives, a woman has taught us something. I don't care where you were, at home, at school, at church, Sunday school teachers, nursery teachers, babysitters. Man, we're women. Mamas, grandmamas, big mama, Madea, mama. They women. What are you talking about, aunties? what are you talking about when women say that? And when men say that, I'm like, to me, I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And that don't take away from the stuff that we learned from men. You know? But for a woman to feel like, especially in this day and age, a man can't tell her nothing and she can't teach him nothing either, we ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing. Go be with that other, go be with the women then. Cause we can't do nothing as a man and a woman like that. Cause all our lives a woman taught us. She was our first teacher. We come from her. So to get grown and think that should magically reverse is insane to me. I mean, you understand what I'm trying to say? When I say that?
Okay, I want to go back to you was talking about when you have to let the woman lead in the dancing.
I didn't say I have
I said
to.
sometimes the woman leads because she knows, not knows.
Sometimes that's the case.
Cause she,
Sometimes sometimes it's because that's the only way I can get her back under control. To that under the I can. That's the only way I can get the flow back. It's almost like riding a horse. Every now and then that horse might start going in a direction that you don't want it to go, no matter how you pulling. So you just might have to take it that direction in order to get it back on the right direction from controlling the reins, just like control the hands that you talked about waiting on that tug and that pull or that push or whatever. It's the same as riding that horse. I might have to go in this direction here instead of causing harm, pulling this way. I might have to go on and let's ride it this way. Let's go on and pull this way. Let's go on and make this circle right here and get back aligned.
So when you're in that moment, can you know, like I was saying, I can kind of feel the man kind of pulling me. Do you feel her?
Because sometimes
pulling
she can,
you?
yeah. Because sometimes she might be anticipating the move. She might be jumping ahead, anticipating the move, thinking, oh, he about to do this. I'm pulling you in so I can push you out for a reverse, but you thinking I'm about to turn you, right? So do I fight with you? Do I cause a disruption? Or do I go ahead and that's what you want to do, then that's what we're going to do, right? I've been in those situations. Like it's a few reasons on why it could happen like that. But what I learned on the dance floor is what I had learned low key, the hard way off the dance floor is that, man, ain't nothing wrong. Sometimes, man, sometimes you're going to follow her lead. And it's okay because you want to know how I learned so much stuff from women. I learned a lot from men, but I learned a lot from women. And like, like Pac said, man, we got our name from a woman and a game from our woman. We got our name from a woman and our game from a woman. You know what I mean? And so I grew up in an era or in a household or whatever where the men weren't as accessible or they weren't accessible to talk about certain things or do certain things. And just as I got older, I realized there's a lot of stuff that I could have learned from whoever was able to teach it. And if they wasn't able to teach it, they didn't teach it. But either way it go, I knew I liked dealing with women. And so the best way to learn about a woman is to learn it from the woman. And there's a lot in life because my grandmother taught me a lot of stuff. And my mama taught me a lot, but my grandmother taught me a lot. My aunties taught me some stuff. But when I got to college and I realized these older women liked me and I knew they was using me.
They was using you?
Yeah, they was using me.
What they was using you for? Ooh, tell. What they was
It's so
using?
messy. It's like that kind of. I mean, yeah. What an older woman want from a younger man?
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, nah, you probably know.
Come on,
Yeah, you
tell
didn't
us.
reach that cougar status.
They
They was probably about your age where you are
I
right
don't know
now.
what no cougar is. What's that? That's an animals out in the jungle.
Didn't you
somewhere,
just compare everybody to animals? Yeah, so I told them I agreed. So that's what they had to do. If they wanted me to make them, if they wanted me to teach them about, younger men and stuff like that, if they wanted my energy, and if they wanted my diamonds.
What's a diamond? What's a diamond?
It's what come from digging through the rough. And then they had to teach me something. I had to teach me about life. They had to cook for me. They had to clean up for me. And, I can make sure that I do manly things. You know what I mean? But they had to enhance my life some way or another. Had to invest in me or something. Like, otherwise they wasn't gonna be getting my goods like that, my energy. You know what I mean? They wasn't gonna get my energy.
I feel you. That's how I am. I gotta see what I can invest in him, and I have to see what I think he can invest in me, or is willing to invest in me, for me to be like, okay, I can do that. Cause I have I think that way too. I don't know if that's okay, but that's how I feel too.
That's what's up.
Let's go back to this diamond.
Nope.
So when you fall apart, I'll be near you. This is just a breakdown, baby. It ain't a break. I know I said some things, I ain't mean them. You know I love you, girl. I wouldn't leave you. So when you fall apart, I'll be near you. I can never live without you. Girl, I'll be right here. As long as you can promise me the same, we'll be right.